Hi year ones, we have had a successful World Book Day. I'm so impressed with all of you for sharing your love of reading and your love for books um, over the last day. Today it is our Friday session, and I'm more than excited to say it is our last day of remote learning, and I cannot wait to see all of you next week back in school on your carpet spaces, ready for more learning, not at the front of a screen, but face to face, so I can physically see you and hear your voices and see your smiles. Can't wait to do that. But before that, got to get through today, and then a whole lovely busy weekend planning our meeting in school. Okay, so let's begin. Now, yesterday we practiced our kennings. We practiced writing our kennings, and we reminded ourselves that it is not a poem with long sentences, but they just use two-word phrases to give us clues about what our poem, person, or object, or creature, or animal is. Okay, so here is our checklist again. Today we're going to add a title to our kenning. Okay, so we're not going to reveal our title to our um, people when we read them, because they've got to guess what it is. So you can actually say our title was da 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 at the end of your kenning. Here is our checklist again. We are going to add our title today and remind ourselves that it is only a two-word phrase, not a whole sentence. All right? We've not got to have capital letters at the start of each line, a finger space between each word. Use our nouns. Our kennings will be about a noun, describing a noun, and our verbs, what they can do. You need to have commas at the end of each line and a full stop at the end of your poem, and lots of interesting clues about the person or animal you are writing about. So I'm really looking forward to today. Hopefully you've got your practice notes yesterday, because all you're doing is using those as your guidelines to finish writing your kenning today in your book. Okay, if you're in school, you're going to be writing it in your writing book. If you're at home, you're going to make it a beautiful fair copy, because you're going to frame it and keep it, because it is your beautiful creative genius for today. All right, now I'm just going to say, framing it is an option, but you might want your mummies and daddies to keep it safe, because it is your lovely work, and I can't wait to see them, because you're going to show them to me later as well. Okay, so we've got our checklist here. Today you are going to write your kennings, as I said. Now, some of you may not have made your checklist, or not your checklist, your list of objects, if you didn't get to go on your walk, and if you didn't have a chance to make a list of things to write a kenning, I have got a few examples here. Now, I've put a piranha here. If you don't know what a piranha is, it is a very deadly fish. Okay, you might want to research about it. You might want to not write about it at all if you don't know what it is. But I've given you a few ideas. Now, we've already looked at writing about a dog, a snake, or a bee. Okay, so there are a couple of options there to write about a kenning about, sorry. And what I would like you to do when you have finished, you are going to share your kenning. Now, you might want to video yourself doing this. You might want to just take a picture of your written kenning and send it over as you would normally send in our assignment, and I can share them with your friends. You might want to bring them along on Monday, because we might be able to share them together with our class before we start our learning. Okay? So I would love to see them if you can film yourself, but don't worry if you can't, and if you can't find the time, a picture would be great. And once you have done that, I would like it if you could go and have a look at some other children from another school having written some kennings and reading them out loud. I've got a video link here, but I have also put it up in your assignment. Now, just a little reminder before you go off and do your independent learning with your learning partner at home. Kennings are two-word phrases. We do not use long sentences. So I don't want to see a sentence saying, "My dog barks loudly," because that's you giving it away. Okay, or you could say he can bark loudly. That is also not what we're writing. If your dog barks loudly, you're going to say a loud barker, because that is a clue. If your dog snores loudly or sleeps soundly, you could say sound sleeper. If you're writing about your baby brother or baby sister, you could say messy eater or nappy wearer. Okay, remember that er suffix that we talked about. Please do not write long sentences, because that is not what a kenning does. They are just two-word phrases that help us, give us clues to find out more about your object or your noun. The second thing I want to say is today you are including a title for your kenning. So at the very start you are going to write your title. So it could be, in fact, let's go back to our learning yesterday, to the kenning that we wrote together. It is here. I'm going to include a title in there, and my title is going to be My Dog. Okay, and I'm going to move it all back up. Oh, it's not letting me do it for some reason. Move it back up. Sorry. And I've finished. Hopefully it's going to let me move it back up. There we are. So I've got my title there. I might even want to underline it. My Dog. Okay. Remember, in a title you capitalize each word. You don't need to remember that. If you just write a title, you say My Dog, and then I carry on with my kenning. I hope I've explained that okay. I would love to see your kennings, and remember those two things that we're including today. Two things that we've got to remember: a title today, and remember that it's only two phrases. When you have finished, you can happily watch your video, or send in your video if you want to, or send in a picture of what you have done today. I would love to see them, and more importantly, I'm counting down the seconds till I can see you on Monday the 8th of March, the big amazing day of celebration where we come together. I will also be able to see you this afternoon for our lovely assembly, so look forward to seeing you all there. Bye for now.